Well, hello and welcome back. I am hoping that today's card will be something that will be an inspiration. This is going to be just a little bit different. I normally have a card sample to show you, but for today's video, you'll actually see the card when it is finished. Now, the stamp set that I want to feature today is Kangaroo and Company. The reason I want to feature this stamp set today is because it is not going to carry over into the new annual catalog. So, if you want this, you will need to order it from the mini catalog that is good until, I believe it's the 4th of June. The number for that Kangaroo and Company is 154502. But this is an adorable set, and I can see lots of different ways you could use this. I think it was actually geared to kind of be maybe a Hello Baby card, but as you can see from the sentiments enclosed, it can be a thank you note, it can be a hey, I'm thinking of you, or it could even be a birthday card, because here are some presents that you can stamp and actually die cut to fit into the pouch. On the die cuts for the mother kangaroo, it actually cuts a little slit where you can tuck one of the babies, you can tuck a bouquet of flowers, you can tuck a cluster of hearts, presents, or even a letter. And these small little sentiments, there's actually a die cut for the small little sentiments where you can layer them on there, and or they will actually fit into this little tag. And one of the things that I've seen done is that you can put this, say, at the bottom of a cluster of flowers and tuck that down into the pouch so that when they pull the flowers up, it will say love you, or hello, whatever sentiment you choose to use. But it's a very versatile stamp set. It is adorable. And I thought that I would recreate a card that I did with this. I gave the card away. It was actually given to our minister's wife, who, I am happy to say, safely delivered the newest addition to their family yesterday. So yay, congratulations. But yes, I thought maybe you might be interested in seeing this done as a baby card. Now, it's a regular card base, 5.5 by 11, scored at 4 1/4. And I elected to use our Whisper White. I still have some Whisper White. You can't get it anymore. Now Basic White has replaced it, but it's still good quality cardstock. While I've got this, I am going to use it. I'm going to have a layer of Rococo Rose. This is a retiring color. I've cut it a little bit bigger than normal. Again, y'all know me by now. You know I like my skinny little borders. And so this is 4 1/4 inches by 5 3/8 inches. And I embossed it with the Tasteful Textile Embossing Folder, which I'm happy to say is carrying over to the new catalog. And then the top layer is cut the traditional size at 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch. And this is going to be the layer that we are going to put everything on. On the inside, again, I'm going to have a layer of Rococo Rose, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then a plain white layer of 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay. When it comes to cardstock, there's cardstock and then there's really good cardstock. Stampin' Up! Has some really good cardstock. I have already pre-done just a little bit of the work. I went ahead and I stamped the mother on the white cardstock. I used the stamping blends to color her in. The colors that I used was soft suede. I've seen other people that have done this with cinnamon cider, and cinnamon cider is beautiful too. Crumb cake would be pretty. Almost any color. If you wanted to do a gray, I've even seen some done that were like blues and purples and different colors. And so you can have a lot of fun with this set. But I used soft suede, and I used the light Rococo Rose for the ears, the blush, and the nose. I don't believe the Rococo Rose Stampin' Blends are available since that color is retiring. However, I did find that Flirty Flamingo is also another color choice. There's a light Flirty Flamingo and the dark Flirty Flamingo. Basically, any pink that you have would actually do for making the mother kangaroo. And as I said, I don't know if you can see this, it does cut that little slit right there in her pouch. It's adorable. All right, the little Joeys, same thing, same colors, soft suede. So let's go ahead and let's start putting this together. I'm hoping that you really enjoy this card. And I'm hoping that you will want to get that Kangaroo and Company set before it is no more. I really wish it was carrying over to the new catalog. And I'm not sure why they make the decisions that they do as to what carries over and as to what doesn't. I'm sure popularity may have something to do with it. But I also know a lot of times that we can have these really great stamp sets that people just overlook them, or you know, it just doesn't hold their attention at first glance, and so then it just kind of gets overlooked or ignored. And that is true even in our annual catalog. All right, let's get this layer put on here and we will get ready to start assembling. This card really is kind of a quick card except for the coloring. That does take a couple of minutes. I elected to go ahead and pre-color and pre-die cut because of time constraints on videos. So let's go ahead and get the front side of our card put together here. Now I did cut out the layering circle dies. Thank goodness they are also going to carry over into the new annual catalog. I was so afraid that they might not carry over. Let me show you my die set. There are 16 dies. Some of them are scalloped and some of them are plain circles. I used this one for my circle. And if I measure it from one end to the other, you're looking at about 2 3/4 of an inch from outside edge to outside edge. So that is the one I'm using. When I got to thinking about it, I thought, well, you know, it would be really cute if we even did just like strips of cardstock in 2 or 3 different colors and put those behind the mother as well. All right, I don't have the original card. I'm trying to kind of go by memory here. Let's get a little bit of glue on there. Okay. And I'm going to put that right about there. Okay. Now the mother, before I put her down, I do want to go ahead and take the little baby that is going to fit in there. And we're going to slide that in. And then I want to look on the opposite side to see how much I have got poking through. And then we are going to add just a little bit of glue right there. Just a little bit to make sure it stays in. Let's see if I got that in there. Come on. There we go. All right. It'll take that just a second to kind of set up. All right, we got him. And then here is the other young one who is going to be looking on. And then the only other thing that we are going to really have to do is stamp our sentiment on the outside, which is Hello Baby. Let me get that out of the stamp case. There we go. There it is. These are photopolymer. I already have some cushion up underneath my paper. So So I'm good to go there. Otherwise, let me just go ahead and get it out. Let me just go ahead and find my Stampin' Pierce mat. And here's the Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm gonna lay this right up here. All right, and I'm stamping in Rococo Rose. Again, this is a retiring color. Now, the cardstock is still available. The number for that is 150882. You can still get that. I'm not sure if you can still get the ink pad or not. I checked yesterday, and I honestly don't remember if I saw that was gone. I just don't remember. Anyway, I've slept since then. Okay, so right down here, we're going to stamp Hello Baby in the Rococo Rose. There we go. These photopolymer stamps are wonderful. They stamp so well. All right, let me get out my Stampin' Scrub. And I already had a little bit of moisture still left in there. I was playing in my card room earlier today, and so I already had a little bit of cleaning solution on there. The Stampin' Scrub is probably my favorite cleaning tool. The chamois is great. It's great for what it does, but there are times you are really going to want that Stampin' Scrub. It is the best of the two systems, in my opinion. All right. That's pretty well set up. I'm going to get my Stampin' Dimensionals. I want to pop her up as best I can. And yes, you'll notice that when you are coloring with the stamping blends, it does bleed through. Do have a piece of paper or something underneath while you're doing that to protect your work surface. Now I'm going to put a dimensional right over where the baby comes through, and we're going to just give a little bit of extra insurance for that to be held. And let's see, where's my mini dimensionals? At these, I want at least one or two on the tail. One or two on the tail. There we go. That ought to be good. And I will tell you, the quality of your cardstock, it really does matter. And I'm going to show you why I say that here in just a second. And if you don't have stamping blends, you can actually do this with colored pencils. You don't have to have the stamping blends. You can use colored pencils. As a matter of fact, I did that earlier just to see how it would look, so that I didn't recommend something to you that wasn't going to look good. And I'll show you an example of that too here in just a second. All right. We're going to put this mother right about there. Okay, we've got her popped up. And I think maybe Big Sister can get popped up too. Why not? We're going to pop Big Sister up too. Now, obviously, you could make that into a little boy Joey by not adding any pink to the cheeks. And that would work. All right. Let's get Big Sister put on there. Almost there. Okay. There we go. All right. Big Sister is greeting Little Sister. Mother is presenting the new baby. Now, one of the things I did, I mean, if you'll look at this, you'll notice, well, you know, what do you do with this up here? Actually, I have cut out with the heart die that is included in the Kangaroo and Company dies. I have cut out, if I can get it out from under my fingernail, 3 little hearts out of the Rococo Rose cardstock. I'm going to slip this underneath because there was one more thing that I want to do with these hearts before I put them on there. Okay, some of you may be aware of Wink Stella. Wink Stella is a clear glitter that you can apply to pop up some of your images. It's great on flowers. It comes in handy on Christmas cards, really just any kind of a card. I have had this one for probably 2 years, and I'm still using it strong. Let's see if I can get it apart. It's been a while since I've used it. When you first get it, it'll have like a little black O-ring that you will take off. And right there where it says push, you will push from here until you see the barrel down here start to fill up, and then you stop. Because if you keep pushing, you'll get a whole glob of it out. But it's ingenious how these are designed, because the right amount is always in the tip of the brush. And I don't know if you can see, I'm hoping that my camera, where's my tweezers? I'm hoping that my camera is picking up so that you can see the effect that that is having. It also dries very quickly. And if you ever have a project where you want more than just a little bit of glimmer, when one coat dries, sure, you can put on 2, even 3 coats. I've done it, depending on what kind of a card I was making. But isn't that pretty? Just a little hint of sparkly there. And they do recommend that you lay these on their side when you store them. And generally, I try to do that. There have been times I have forgotten. But, yeah, like I said, I've used that one, I know, at least for 2 years. I have a new one in the wings in case something ever happens to that. Earlier, I was telling you, while we're waiting for that to dry, that it matters about your cardstock. Now, I had some inexpensive, thinner cardstock. It is not Stampin' Up! Cardstock. And can you tell how much more it bled through on the back side? And can you tell how it didn't blend? And it wasn't the fault of the stamping blends. It was because of the quality of the cardstock not being there. But it just did not blend and get that smooth look like this one did. Not at all. Big difference there. Now, like I said, I took and I stamped it on crumb cake. And these are just coloring pencils where I just took 2 shades of the same color and put a little bit of shadow in there. I didn't spend much time on it, but there is no reason why you can't. I mean, that's cute. That's adorable. There's nothing wrong with that. You would be proud to put that on a card. So if you don't have Stampin' Blends, not to worry. Don't panic. Until you can get some, coloring pencils will work. Okay, I think these are probably dry. This stuff dries so quickly. Let's go ahead and get these on there. Well, do I have any glue? There we go. Okay. Ah, I can't believe I flipped it. Yes, I can. I can believe if I flipped it. Yes, I can. All right, there we go. There's one. Oh, I don't know what I got on there. I hope I can get that off or cover that up. Only on a video, right? I mean, only on a video are you going to have that issue. If I was here all by myself and I wasn't filming and trying to help other people learn, that would have never happened. So I don't know if I transferred something on there. Not sure what I did. Oh no, it's not moving. Oh, we'll see if we can cover that up. Maybe. This is my light Rococo Rose. I'm going to see if maybe if I do that, if I color in, the whole top. Will that work? We'll see when that dries. We'll see what happens. May have to put another layer of Winkostella. Winkostella is not expensive, and it will just put that little image of pop right where you need it. Okay. There we go. Well, I hope that hurries up and dries. The Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based. The Memento ink is water-based. So anytime you are going to use Stampin' Blends, you don't want to use an alcohol-based marker with an alcohol-based ink. Make sure the ink you stamp with, such as our Memento, be in the water-based. That's how you want to go, because when you get ready to color with the alcohol-based markers, if you have an alcohol-based ink, it will smear. And you can tell on this it did not smear. Well, I hope I can fix that. Okay, let's finish the inside of the card. Now, I didn't emboss the inside layer that I am going to apply of the Cocoa Rose, but I did want to add this just to kind of spruce up this card a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, there's many times I make cards and probably the only layer I put on the inside is just another white layer for the sentiment or for handwriting the message. But, you know, a new baby, that's kind of special. An anniversary card, that's really special. And so in those instances, I will add that extra layer. I kind of go that extra little bit to make it look special. And I'm doing something really dangerous here. I will normally stamp my sentiments and stuff on my card layer before I glue it down. So if I mess up, I have the other side. I can flip the cardstock over and try it again. But I'm not going to bother with that because all that I had planned on stamping on the inside of this was the cluster of hearts that comes in that stamp kit. Okay, I've got out my Rococo Rose. I'm going to ink that up. And I'm not doing just a whole lot. We're just going to apply that right there. There we go. That is such a cute stamp. And the fact that you can die cut it, that's even better. All right, let me get out my Stampin' Scrub one more time and clean this off. Okay. And there we go. I think we got it. Well, one more thing. I always like for my animals to be kind of grounded. And this is kind of a nervy thing for me to do because I am not an artist. I am not at all. I can't draw a straight line even with a ruler. But it would be nice for it to just kind of look like maybe there's a little bit of grass around the mother and the little one. It doesn't take much. Just a little bit, just so you can kind of see that, hey, yeah, they have ground they're standing on. They're not floating in the air. So I don't know what you think of today's project. Just try to overlook my little boo-boo there. I'll let you know if I was able to get that fixed or not. And there's just the inside. You're free to write whatever you want. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It's kind of scary and nervy to do these videos, honestly. You would think, hey, I'm by myself. It's just me and the camera. But I've actually had to deal with quite a bit of nervousness and, yeah, all that good stuff. One of these days, maybe I'll be a pro at it, but until then, I appreciate all the feedback I can get, all the comments I can get. If there's anything here that I showed you today that you don't have, like the layering circle dies, the Kangaroo and Company stamp set before it's totally gone, any of the stamping blends, the Rococo Rose cardstock, the soft seafoam. I didn't even tell you that is soft seafoam cardstock. That is a core color. It is not going away. A great addition to your colors when you just need that little something. But yeah, Visit me at raiscoffeeandcards.stampinup.net. I have tried to list all the numbers here for everything that I used today, the Kangaroo and Company, the soft suede stamping blends. And yes, when you order these, you get both. You get the light and the dark. The Winka Stella glitter brush, the Flirty Flamingo stamping blends, since the Rococo Rose is not available, the soft seafoam cardstock, and the soft seafoam stamping blends if you would like to use stamping blends, like I just did, to put a little bit of ground underneath Mama Kangaroo and little Joey's. So anyway, I hope you have a blessed weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. And like I said, please give me a thumbs up. It will help me eventually get some ranking on YouTube as I am starting out. Anyway, thank you. Love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.